instance, for patella, there's many ways of taping knee. So this one we'll do two for this sort of like anterior knee pain. Relax. Let go. Let go. So we are taping like the patella. It's not true to say it's a tracking tape in as such, but it might help because the tape stays here. So the patella might be contained within the two bits of tape. So it might assist in controlling its position here. When we bend the knee, obviously the patella is now in contact with the femur in the trochlear groove, so we can't move it in this position here. But when the leg is straight, we can glide it either side here, so we can test it. If the knee is held in flexion, just hold that knee. If the knee presents itself like that, then you can't glide the patella, and it is why it might be held in flexion. We might have torn what? The meniscus is good. Now if I do that movement, so I'm trying to extend the knee, what's that called? If she has hyperextension, medically it's called what? If she has hyperextension of the knee, it's called genu. Like for instance, the elbow, if she has hyperextension of the elbow, so it's called cubital recubatum. With the curvatum, we have hyperextension. Yeah, the same with the knee. Now, just one other thing on the knee, where just above the knee here, there's a pouch, just above that. So typically, if the knee is swollen, you can almost like push that fluid down, and the patella will lift, and then you can do what we call a ballottement to the patella, and it bounces in fluid. And you can also sweep the fluid, and you can see it fluctuates between side to side. And then this pouch is held in place by a tiny little muscle. What's the name of the muscle? While you're thinking of it, the taping technique is easy. Knee is in flexion. Thank you, Claudia.
Yes.
And then from there, apply the tape above the pouch. This is like the quadricep expansion here, so we've got these two bits. What's that there? What's that bit? Because if I slowly straighten the leg, it disappears. I want to bend it, see? Where is that?
Condyle.
Good, well done. It is the medial femoral condyle. Well done. So from there, so that is the condyle of the femur here. So what we're going to do is no stretch on this tape, lay it down over that condyle and slightly lateral to the patella. And the same on this one. So the patella is going to literally sit within no stretch and cross the tibial tuberosity. So that's part one done. And the second one is going to go into reverse. So it's going to start at the tibial tuberosity. It doesn't matter which one you do first. If you forget, you can start low, as in this one first, doesn't matter. With this one, I suggest you just overlap a little bit. You have a choice. You either overlap on the outside or you overlap on the inside, depending. In this case, I'm going to go on the inside a little bit. Yeah, just there. Because on the outside, I might cover more of the MCL. And the same with this one. So just a little bit on the inside, only a little bit, just a few millimeters. Like that.
No stretch.
No stretch. So patella. So what I've done now, I've done two tapes, heat activate. Now, if I slowly straighten the leg, look at the creases in the tape. Okay? Yeah. From there. It can be almost miraculous. Pain up and downstairs in particular, you can tape and then retest and the pain almost disappears. By this, it's hard to say exactly how. Yeah, it's like you were saying about shoulders, you tape, yeah, you might get more movement, you might get less pain, it might change. Instead of pain here, you get pain there. Yeah, and then you tape, you know what I mean? So it can vary. Later when we do the lower back, there is a test we can do as in range of motion. If you are inflexible, you can tape before and after and see if you improve. How does it work? I got no idea. Right. Okay, so that's the first one. Any questions? The muscle is called genu articularis. So there's a tiny little muscle underneath the quadriceps. It's got two attachments. Basically, it's like saying it holds the pouch. It's like saying if you were change in and you said, John, hold the towel for me, I lift up with both my arms like this. So that little muscle lifts up the suprapatellar pouch, and then if I let go, it'll drop. So that muscle keeps the pouch out the way. So it keeps it higher, so when you're bending and straightening the leg, it's held in place. And if you let the arms go, it will just drop down. Yeah, if it weakens, then you get this like thickening. You could call it like a plica. It's not true, but it could be. You know, like a synovial plica where it just thickens on itself. Have a go, please.